All right. What stories do you have, Nick? Tell us. Bring to the Midnight Society.
Well, which one should I go about first? Should I go about my off-camera discussion? That was a real meeting of the minds that we had, or my week that I've had of bureaucracy.
I think we have to do the off-camera discussion first.
We do that first? Okay. Well, my general consensus was that I am confused. Instagram has confused me of whether there's a resurgence of wig culture or not. And I do not mean the Conservative Party in the United States.
Yeah, I was about to say, internal improvements really huge right now.
You know,
everyone's talking about that second bank.
Yeah,
I do love the idea that, like, genuinely in the UK, the Tories are on the back foot, so who should come in and sweep it and take this moment? It's the Whig Party, baby.
Yes.
The Whigs are back.
The Dukes of Devonshire back.
Yeah, but they're back this round, wearing baggy True Religion jeans, backwards baseball caps, and looking like they're Chief Keef in the year 2012. But they're white. You know which ones I'm talking about. Yeah. Obviously they're white. They're English. Because I saw like a joke post the other day that was like the death of like wig culture, and I'm like, no, like I feel that there is a bizarre resurgence of it.
I think
and I just don't know if
you have to explain it a little bit, because this is a powerful American energy.
What? It's just suburban white dudes who thought they were black.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's the easiest way.
That's just like so incredibly normal in Central Europe that it's just not common.
Yeah,
no, that's exactly it too.
That's what I was trying to say off camera.
Yeah, because it's also like part of my brain has been ruined by the fact that the Balkans exist, where like every white Balkan dude is like, oh, you know what's the best haircut for me is a fade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
or like
I think Serbians are too aggressively like influenced by Mexican culture to like.
That's cool.
Go down that road, though.
I would fuck so hard.
What the hair looks like. The sombrero will hide it.
Yeah, I would fuck so hard with because that happened during like Tito, right? That they had this like weird thing of like mariachi
I think it was like
music.
The 50s, yeah.
Yeah,
it was like the America is too corrupting for Yugoslavia. What will work though is Mexican music.
Yeah, no. I want like a dude named like Piotr to like come up to me and be like, "Oh, what's up, way?" And that would be sick. Like Cholo Serbians would be awesome. But because Thailand has that, right? You know, Thailand and Japan have these like weird subcultures of just like things that are in the United States, and they have they have kind of that like distant enough mentality where they're like, oh, I can just take all of this. It's fine, whatever, cultural appropriation. And the Balkans has that too, to a regard.
Yeah.
Or like Eastern Europe.
I will do a t-shirt that's the KFC logo, but instead of Colin Sanders, it's Hitler.
That too, yeah. That is really just like, that is
the Thai being.
Yeah. Is it?
And we're not allowed to criticize it because it's the king who's wearing it.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Who said it? Azov Battalion or some random Thai person? But there's also like this dude. I like the thing. Maybe Europe though has ruined my brain with this as well, because there's a football player who I think he was on Chelsea. I don't remember now. He is banned for steroid usage. Ukrainian player. Modric is his last name, I think, or whatever. I don't know. Yulia has informed me of him and shown me all of his great Instagram things where he's just a white dude who's like always wearing a do-rag. It's so cool. There is a level of Eastern Europeanness where you can do something to the point where it's like, I can't, like, it's so, there's too many things here connected. I can't say anything about this.
I think there's something to be said of like, the Iron Curtain really, really protected you against the period of time in which America was very insistent that American culture was white culture.
Yeah.
So now you've just gotten confused. You got introduced to, 90s America, which was like, okay, reluctantly, we admit black people are actually a part of this. They probably invented jazz, I guess. You've twisted my arm. And then yeah, just the kind of like Cold War, like end of the Cold War kind of thing of just like.
I think you'll find jazz was actually invented by Mihai Eminescu.
I think you'll actually find that the jazz was invented by the Irish. I've heard this claim before. It is bullshit.
I love it.
Yeah, but like the truest Americans are all east of the Oder kind of thing. Like this is
I mean, yeah, like I think the only place on Earth where I have seen men over the age of like 20 wear Marvel t-shirts unironically in public is Warsaw.
That's cool. Yeah. There is something there is, because there is that bit of like, I do like thank you USA, you are my best friend, that a lot of Eastern Europe has. Depends which part of Eastern Europe. But yeah, and I think that there is just this like overlap of that just now, in the sense that then like all American culture then is mine. I'm not gonna differentiate which one's which. And of course, most American culture that then at least of like pop culture stuff is like black culture stuff. So yeah, it is like I mean,
I like, you know, it kind of goes like a different ways, in the same way that you have like, I don't know, parts of the rural United States where you have like a Japanese restaurant named Mao Zedong or something like that, or something like that. At the same time, you're just like, yeah, I'm here in like Pristina. I love America so much. That's why I named my son Tony Blair.
Yeah, Tony Blair is now 27 years old, white boy trying to get waves.
I want the like Kosovar guy named Tony Blair, and now he's moved to the UK and he's doing drill. Like,
yeah, that'd be so
like,
cool. Yeah.
He's got like the mask over his face, and it's just like it could happen. All the stars are aligning tonight.
That'd be so sick. The thing is, too, though, now that I mention this, even Germany is guilty of this, like, because I do see so many. Maybe this is why I've asked the question to myself, is because I've seen so many just like white boys putting it on, of just like head to toe, like fake chrome hearts, like fake Cartier glasses, and like a fade, and it's like the whitest boy you've ever seen. I do love it. I do, like, there is a part of me where I'm like, it's so bad. Like there's so many violations here happening, but thank you, Europe. I couldn't experience this in the United States, really, because that guy is too much of a goofball.
You see, it was all worth it in the end.
It was really all. This is why I moved to Europe, is so then I could see the revitalization of wig culture.
What if the real social safety net was the do-rags we wore along the way?
I do, and also just coming back to Germany, this link that Max you shared with us is
yes,
unbelievable.
I lost my entire mind when I found out about this guy. And honestly, the only, like, this is not a particularly interesting person, really. The only interesting thing is the name.
It's he's the original. Literally, it says he's the first. Wigger the first of sight.
He was the first white man ever to wear a do-rag.
Yeah, the first white boy to put that shit on.
Somehow,
white boy to get
Germany
some motion.
Managed to invent SoundCloud in the 900s.
Isn't SoundCloud a German company?
It is.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah,
it's based in Berlin.
Yeah, it's just an old.
It makes perfect sense, but I didn't know.
Yeah, Vigga von SoundCloud.
I think we may have an episode title. I don't want to restrict
Vigga der Erst von SoundCloud. SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to your weekly Corner Späti. It is me, Ciarán, and I'm joined by Nick.
Yo.
Nick the first fun sites. Thuringian.
Yeah.
Don't ask who my father was. I can say it. It's our word. I am from Thuringian.
I'm from Saxon-Anhalt, yeah.
we're joined by from all the way from our friends in the north. I feel like every time I refer to Sweden, I feel like I'm Putin talking about the West, like our friends from the north. It's Max from Brödrafolkens. How you doing, Max?
I'm warm, but otherwise all right.
Yeah, it is warm in Europe. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. It's bad.
No, it's. I mean, it hasn't been that bad here up until now.
What's warm by your standards?
I'm not actually sure. I don't have an actual thermometer in my house. The app says 22 degrees, but I don't believe it.
Okay.
It's definitely not 22 degrees in here.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about the same as Ireland, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got this annoying thing where it's raining, but it's also stupidly humid.
I do love that.
I mean, I'm in the south of Sweden, so the climate is not that different.
Yeah, fair.
I love how this show has become like low key. The first 5 minutes of the actual episode is just the Weather Channel. The past maybe 5 episodes.
I
do enjoy
the whiplash of like Wigger the First of Thuringian, and then going to like small talk you would have with your colleagues in the office.
Something else.
Agreed.
Before we get into the main topic, we have Max to talk to us about what's happening up in Sweden.
Because believe it or not, the main topic of discussion today is not white people who wear do-rags. That was a random tangent.
Although
I think it
century.
is a topic that deserves proper treatment.
Yeah, proper investigation. This is my.
We need to shut our borders down until our elected representatives can figure out what's going on.
Absolutely.
I think with the like sheer amount of stupid bullshit like royalty that the nation of Germany created by having for a while like 5,000 Germanys, we gotta have a ranking of goofy names. Because
I think this is an under-researched topic. Yeah.
But we've got some topics today that I do feel like are worth mentioning before we get into the main topic. The first is Nick, you might be able to football chat. You might be able to illuminate this for me.
Unless we're talking about a white boy with do-rags. No.
Well, he might be.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, we're talking about a pretty special white boy, aren't we?
Possibly the whitest boy.
The whitest boy.
Lazio has picked up a new star player.
I already don't like where this is going.
Just imagine in your head what the worst possible outcome is, and you'll probably be right.
I mean, it's Lazio, so I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yes, that is right. They have signed as I don't think they're a center forward. They're like center back or something.
He's a right winger.
He's a right winger.
Literally, he's a right winger.
Is he actually? Or is that
you
just
said
a joke?
He plays for Lazio.
Yeah, no, but his position, he's a right winger. I'm not lying.
What does the F stand for again? What's his actual first name?
Forward.
No.
Oh no, sorry.
I don't know, like
I'm forward Mussolini. Yes, his first name's Futurist.
Yeah, Futura Mussolini.
Yeah. So they got the Mussolini football player.
Beautiful.
Alessandro's
Italy is an extremely cool and definitely real country.
Yeah. This is Alessandra's son, I believe. He's now playing for Lazio.
Phenomenal. Glad to hear that the family's doing so well.
Yeah. There was those videos a while back where she like pulled down his pants or whatever, like in public. And it was all in Italian, so I didn't really understand what was happening. I need to by virtue it's she's not well.
I love when you're watching some random thing on YouTube and stuff just happens. I mean,
that is Italian TV. I mean, what they have literally like the
Bureau vibes.
Yeah, the one just video that's just burnt in my skull is the random dancing ladies that came out.
Oh yes. Yeah,
the
yeah.
sexy lady halftime that just is like a thing or was a thing.
That was a real Berlusconi staple. Of his TV
that
station.
sounds about right. I'm also remembering that one. I guess game show is stretching it, but the one that was just that tickling women's feet.
Oh, the tickling women's feet show. I remember that. Yeah. I think the most established one, though, which might be the one Nick's talking about, but possibly not, because they didn't really dance, is the one Chow Darwin, which is where it's just a beautiful woman comes on stage and everyone applauds.
Ciarán, I just renewed my Italian passport. I see no problem with this.
And it's called Chow Darwin because I guess it's just like, oh, evolution has led
evolution,
to evolution has led to this
big,
moment.
Beautiful tits.
It's also I also love how they just like all Italians will sacrifice any notion of Christianity and creation for ogling a woman.
Yeah.
Just like, evolution exists. Creation is nothing, but because look at that woman. God couldn't even make that one. But yeah, to Alessandro Mussolini, though, I think there is something to be said. I have to investigate further, but I think by being the only Mussolini who's in politics but isn't in a far-right party, she is the most mentally unwell of them.
I mean, you have to compensate somehow.
Yeah, she's like the Krasenstein brothers of the Mussolini family.
Basically, yeah. By being in Forza Italia and not like Casa Pound like the rest of them or whatever.
Yeah. Oh no, they're all in Fratelli, aren't they?
Yeah, Caio is the next big one. He's in Fratelli, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're keeping track.
She's like, Frontex should wear body cams.
Yeah, I want to watch. Yeah, I think the other news that I think I'm gonna have to get Nick to explain to me is
yeah, sure. Well, this is the Nick hour. Cool, I love it. Haven't had one of these in a while.
Is Uri Geller?
Oh no, another great start. The
last
time I heard about Uri Geller was the time he claimed that he could use his mind powers to stop Brexit.
I mean, he should keep working harder than that.
Clearly worked out great for him.
Yeah. Would it surprise you that this article is just as weird? So, I shout out to the worst paper in Germany, Jüdische Allgemeine, for posting this so confidently. As in, like, this is a totally normal take, and this shouldn't be seen as absolute psycho shit. Uri Geller, who is, like, British-Israeli, right?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. He is saying that Israel is using, what was the proper wording?
Do you want me to translate this for you?
No, but it's like a very not psychological warfare. He was saying they're using occult warfare.
Oh hell yeah!
Brackets good.
Yeah, I mean, I knew there was a reason why they started letting the ultra-Orthodox join the IDF. They're doing Kabbalah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Uri Geller is absolutely certain of this, and he is saying that then God is on our side. This is in the article that I read. I did not go any further of looking into these claims personally because it was too stupid. But yeah, he is claiming that Iran and both Israel and Iran are using occult warfare upon each other, but because God is on Israel's side, that Israel will be victorious. And this is like reading a schizo Instagram reel, but like written out.
I mean, he was never exactly famous for being sane.
No, absolutely not. But it's just very funny that it's like the Zionist propaganda machine has gotten so desperate that they're like, yeah, sure, we'll like get this absolute schizophrenic weirdo to talk about how like Israel's using dark magic brackets good to, I don't know what, do genocide or to, you know what, is the Iron Dome actually not real and it's just our like thoughts and prayers going towards Israel? I don't fucking know. Like I don't know where to go with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's claiming, I'm scanning the article here. He's claiming, okay, so a now released NSA document from 2011 actually mentions attempts with poltergeist phenomena in which objects allegedly disappeared through walls.
Yeah, totally real.
Although the secret project at the time, known as the Stargate Project, was officially discontinued in 1995, Geller claims that it continues unofficially to this day. Why does the spoon bending guy have this knowledge? I don't know. In this context, he spoke of a secret group of media.
Well, didn't he like constantly say that he was like working? Like he constantly kept saying for like decades that he himself has been working with like secret services for this type of shit. Like he's been saying that for years.
He's also saying that AI is helping.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the AI thing. Yeah, that's literally like the title of the article, AI or whatever, and magic.
AI, psychic powers, and God.
I think above all, what you have to remember when you talk about Uri Geller is that he is on some level just a pathological liar.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. No, I mean, what are you talking about? You just don't believe. It's like the Tooth Fairy, or like Santa Claus, or the Easter Bunny. You know, if you believe that Israel's doing, occult warfare, then they are. They're not actually doing genocide. It's all just a big magic trick.
Yeah. No, he's just disappearing those Palestinians.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like
smoke and mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He'll come back sometime later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think Nick has correctly pointed out, we were talking about this in group chat earlier, that I have mentioned this on the podcast before, but I am going to mention it again. That Uri Geller did go to court over the Pokemon Alakazam. Kadabra.
No, it's Kadabra.
Yes,
yeah,
I remember this.
For stealing his likeness, which again, you couldn't torture me into going in front of a court saying this anteater monster actually looks like me for real.
Yo, for real, I'm a Pokemon.
And okay, but to Yuri's credit, the Japanese name for Kadabra is Yungela.
Yeah. And they do, like those Abracadabra, Alakazam, those all have bending spoons floating around them, don't
Abra
they?
does not.
Yeah.
Abra doesn't. Okay, yeah.
Because Abra's a sleepy boy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for him.
I am. Anyway, well, with that, I think we should talk about
perfect
segue into Sweden, which I'm sure is not talking about using AI for
but they are using magic. They have confirmed that.
Yeah. We have captured a Moomin and are getting it to aid us arm Israel.
Yeah, there's currently a big diplomatic incident between Sweden and Finland over this.
Sweden is just like, everything invented by the Swedish Finns, we have a right to. Anyway, what's been going on up there? Because go on. Give us the summary.
Oh boy, so a couple of weeks ago, I think. There started floating around rumors that, or actually the Antifa Stockholm network released information that linked, and for a long time the media just kept saying a relative of a senior cabinet member to a network of like neo-Nazi exercise clubs.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
And it was said by them from the beginning, but eventually it was confirmed that this was the 16 or 17-year-old stepson of the Minister of Immigration. Which is very interesting, seeing as how he basically spent the entire period between 2018 and 2022 when he was there. He was the Shadow Justice Minister, talking about the importance of parental responsibility and how parents need to ensure that their children don't get radicalized.
Sure. I mean, like, it's kind of a, like, don't let it happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know of which I speak, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
I mean, this obviously, like, I don't think anyone who listens to this podcast is really surprised by this kind of hypocrisy.
No.
But I still think it's incredibly funny. And
like,
it was made all the funnier by the fact that when the Prime Minister eventually had to admit that this was what was going on, he still stuck to his guns and said, this guy hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
The minister, I mean, not his son.
Yeah, the son's a fucking little shit.
Yeah, the Prime Minister comes up and like, yeah, but fuck his son.
Yeah, fuck his son.
Fuck this child in particular, yeah.
Yeah, dumb little bit. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're going to your fucking, like, Nazi play dates, loser.
Yeah.
But we should also, like, just to remind people that the current Swedish government is Moderata, right? Yeah.
Yes.
You're kind of Ulf, like, is from the, if I remember correctly, that's like the catch-all center-right party, right?
Kind of, yes.
The kind of like closest to like a CDU equivalent in Sweden.
I mean, the history is very different, but yes.
EPP members, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of having this like, oh, my relatively right-wing foreign minister has a further right-wing son is not terribly surprising, other than the fact that maybe you think like cabinet ministers could afford people to come in and say like, hey, family of high-profile government officials, don't do anything fucking overly public and stupid. I don't know, attend a bunch of Nazi fitness clubs, because people will probably find out and use it against you.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nazi fitness club sounds so gay. Like,
Yes.
it sounds weirdly extremely homoerotic.
Yeah,
maybe that's why
it sounds like in 50 years, Hugh Lemmy and Ben Miller are going to be talking about these guys.
Yeah, there's gonna be a like, bad gays episode about this.
First person in the press pit when the story breaks is like, speaker. Yeah. Was it an SA fitness club or an SS fitness club?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, whenever I think it just makes me think of those, like, I know that these are like ideologically similar but also like ideologically quite far apart from one another. The like scammer guys who all go to Peru and just like are like, this is man's hour, we're like gonna eat meat all day and work out and just talk business. No women allowed. It's like, I have a feeling that then that Nazi fitness school, camp, whatever it is, fitness studio, probably very similar.
Yeah.
No girls allowed, just you and your strong Aryan brothers.
Nordic brothers.
Yeah. Oh, Lars. Oh, Lars, can you help me? Can you help me? I'm stuck in the washing machine.
It's a lot of washing machines.
Help
in this.
me, Stepström
4. Yeah, we don't have any treadmills or anything. It's just washing machines.
I mean, Nazis are already like, the thing is that Nazis like body shame enough. They're almost like gay men.
In the cattiness.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like, is there any like, so the Prime Minister has kind of come along and said like, yeah, don't worry about it. We put this, well, no, I don't even think he said like we put the son in the naughty corner or whatever. But like, is there any kind of consequences for this action? or like have they just got away
They put a
with it?
dunce hat on him, but then found out he thought it was cool because it looked like a KKK outfit. So it didn't really work.
I'm just going to double check this to make sure that he has not in fact resigned, but no.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that is the only thing that has happened with the Swedish government recently that involves Hitler.
I mean, it is extremely funny that these two things happened at the same time. I think I'm also genuinely kicking myself that it happened right after we went on our summer break.
Yeah. Like they're like, yeah, the podcast is taking a break. Time to get fucking kooky.
Wait, your podcast is like so social democratic pilled that you take a summer break? What?
Yes, exactly.
You don't work through, given constant content?
You don't have a Catholic work ethic like our podcast.
Yeah, like our podcast.
I think the moment we develop a work ethic is the moment people start paying us to do this.
Yes. Fair.
Well, I think that you and like 8 of your closest dude friends should go to Peru.
For our summer break. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh God. What's
up with this Hitler character?
Yeah, so next year, of course, is the general election.
Yeah.
And campaigns usually don't go more than a month or two here, but the parties are, because everyone knows exactly when the election is going to be, unlike in some European countries, the parties have already started sort of softly preparing.
Yeah.
And apparently one of the things that the governing party have done is that they have trialed a web service where you can, apparently using AI somehow. I don't know why they would need AI for this.
We've injected AI into like the Volomat, basically.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, no. I mean, obviously these are the most like tech-pilled people you will ever meet.
Sure.
So it's not a massive surprise, but they have a service on their website that allows you to create a custom message from our tiny boy to whoever you want.
Wait, you just send him like an e-greeting?
Basically, yes. Except
you need AI for that
to win the election. Please join the party.
So like, you mean to tell me that then that Sweden needs to be like burning a small little rainforest so you can send like Giphies or whatever, Blickies or whatever the fuck those things were called.
Jab-jabs.
Yeah, to your
Jib
like.
Jabs.
No, I don't remember those.
They were animated. Oh god, Jib Jabs are like a nightmare fuel. They were animated greeting cards that would like, take your face or like your loved one's face and then sync it to be like singing like Sweet Caroline.
I remember these. Yeah.
No, that's basically what this is, except it's with a head of government.
Hell yeah. I mean, you could do that with Chip Chat too, I guess.
Yeah.
if you
So, the issue with this service, I mean, aside from the rainforest burning, was that they did not bother to set any restricted words or phrases.
Yes.
This feels like
smart.
A very sort of 2008 scandal to me. It honestly baffles me that they had not remembered.
Well, yeah, like we've been here before. Like,
I feel like you ought to have learned this by now, that if you let people on the internet write anything they want, they will eventually write Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
I mean, this is even before the relatively like recent AI craze of the last like year and a bit now. This was happening before. Like, if anyone remembers, like Microsoft's first AI bot that they put onto Twitter.
Oh yeah, the one that like started denying the Holocaust in like half an hour.
Yeah, and then pull it immediately.
It's so cool that then like China can make AI that works. That's like actually like doing shit, like I don't know, making their like workflow easier and whatnot. And the West is just like, yo, what if like it became Hitler? There's every single time it is just like, oh, like AI, the peak of like, it's the thing that then it's like ultimately I think AI is not like the worst thing in the world if we like used it to like, I don't know, make the boring parts of the economy like work. Fine, sure, whatever. No. Fuck that. That's stupid. We should make it racist.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of AI stuff, because like that early Microsoft one was just like so unsophisticated that it just took everything from the internet and regurgitated it back. It was essentially just like mirroring. Like people would reply with like, "Hey, the Holocaust isn't real," and the AI would go, "Yeah,
the Holocaust
like,
isn't real."
It was just parroting. It was like basically like a shitty pickup artist. And then there's like these newer ones where, yeah, they're a little dumb. Yeah, they've got some safety. Some of them have safety guardrails. And then like you've got Grok, where fucking where like Elon Musk.
I'm sorry. I think you mean Mecha Hitler.
Yeah, where fucking Elon Musk literally comes in, puts his finger on the scales, being like, I don't care what anyone asks about. They could ask you what the fucking weather is today. You have to bring up white genocide in South Africa. Or like another recent one was
the
like
controversy over whether or not shoot the boar is racist.
Yeah. Another recent one was someone asked Grok like about extremist violence in the United States. Grok comes back with the correct and oft-reported statistic that most extremist violence in the United States is right-wing in nature. And literally, Elon Musk sees this and responds, "Epic fail. I'm fixing it now." To like go in.
Cool.
And I believe that intervention resulted in the Mecha Hitler, Grok.
Oh, cool. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elon.
Although we have to remember when we talk about Grok that it did black Gunther Fehlinger, so it's impossible to say if it's bad or not.
Yeah. I do like that Gunther Fehlinger found the picture of Grok AI turning him into a black person, put it up on the internet being like, on his account being like, is this version of me more approachable? Overwhelmingly, people voted yes. And it's just like, yeah, if it's not you, I guess it's kind of approachable.
I mean, Gunther Fehlinger did purchase...
If it's not a 50-year-old man wearing couleur in public.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Gunther Fehlinger is all like, it looks sick on me as a do-rag.
Oh, boy.
I want to see Gunther Fehlinger with waves.
I'm gonna act Grok real quick to make this work.
Yeah, great. Yeah, make Gunther a white boy with some motion.
But yeah, no, I think it's worth noting that this seems to be getting reported as an AI scandal, and it's not really. Like, the thing that happened here wasn't really anything to do with the AI. It was just the thing. I mean, basically, it was people like making the machine write an e-greeting card to Hitler. And apparently they also did ones for Breivik and Idi Amin. Yeah.
Why not? Like, after that point, like...
Yeah, DM is the cool. DM is the I'm too cool to write my fans.
So then, like, what is this? What is the vibe in the country at the moment with this election coming up? Not campaign season, but actually is effectively campaign season.
I think it's hard to say at this point because generally in the polls, the Social Democrats have always had a pretty steady lead.
Right.
The issue is that they haven't really done much. So I think the lead mostly just reflects that people don't like the government.
Yeah. So it's a negative lead. They're not winning, the other party's losing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That's fair. We'll keep an eye on that going forward for sure. Because I do. Yeah. Sometimes I get jealous that Sweden's like default party is the Social Democrats rather than the CDU. I know they're not great in a lot of regards, but
I mean, say what you will, I think it is still fair to say they're better than the CDU.
Oh yeah,
and especially
like,
because
I have some issues with them in their current form, to be sure. But yeah.
Yeah, it really is like it just shows like how disgusting the times are, where it's like, oh yeah, man, this like really limp dick social democratic party. I wish I had that governing my country. Like, I mean, Germany is like so bad right now.
You did until February.
Well, did we? I don't know. Like that government was like at the beginning. I don't know. Yeah, the SPD did a few.
It was specifically limp dick social democrat, hamstrung by the most psychotic, fiscally libertarian man of all time.
Which is also what we had up until the previous election, let's be fair, except it was a woman.
There's something haunting Europe.
Yeah.
There's a specter haunting Europe.
I mean, I think comparing the moderates to the CDU is a bit dodgy because of how different their histories are, but I think our social democratic parties are absolutely the same.
Yeah, fair.
I feel that then like the social democratic parties across Europe are kind of all like in the same boat. The only one that's like really different is like Denmark. And that's because they're just really racist.
Different recently, but like they have the same history.
Yeah,
right?
No, I think
Yeah,
I
but
think the differences between Danish social democracy and the other Nordic countries, at least, are overstated.
Yeah,
I think
that's not a good thing.
I think the actual outliers are. It's possibly like the UK and Irish, like the Labour parties, like they they kind of have. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible for a Corbyn figure to exist here.
Yeah,
at least not in the same way.
And I'm also more thinking about the fact that like Labour parties in like I'm particularly thinking of like both the UK, the British, and the Irish ones are able to like wrest themselves away from a socialist, possibly even Marxist tradition in a way that like a lot of other sock dem parties in Europe at least have to pay like lip service to.
Although
the whole
on
thing
the
of like
one hand, I think it is significant that they call themselves Labour parties and not social democratic parties. But on the other hand, of course, you do need to remember that the British Labour Party had Clause 4 until the 90s.
Yeah. What's that old saying though about the British Labour Party? More Methodist than socialist?
Yeah, more Methodist than Marxist, I think, yeah.
More Methodist than Marxist, yeah. There's a lot of like the moralistic hand-wringing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
which is definitely something you get in the labor movement here as well, but it is different.
But there are like other kind of like Sweden topics that I did want to broach with you, and it's one that is like quite sensitive.
Yeah, and I think it is worth making a massive caveat at the start of this that I am no expert on any of this.
Yeah, but you are at least exposed to the discourse, which is also something
to an extent,
yeah, that we are interested in, because there has been a lot of media hubbub, and this is like largely how I'm experiencing it because I am obviously not in Sweden. I'm very far removed from Sweden and whatever. And even then, I'd say a lot of Swedish people are also experiencing it as media hubbub. But the whole like rise of gang crime and gang violence in Sweden, largely, I'm not entirely sure if even rightly or wrongly attributed to Swedish people of migrant backgrounds. It's a question that I get it's a question that I get posed to by some of our listeners of like why is this happening in Sweden when, from like the perspective of Germany or Austria, Sweden has some of the strongest social security, social welfare. Because you're kind of like your common explanation for like a lot of like why crime happens from this left perspective is poverty, lack of opportunity, and I'm always just kind of curious. Like basically, I know that the Swedish welfare system is not necessarily all that's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
But I do not know the details, or even just like the left critique of the current social safety net.
I honestly don't know where to begin with this. But yeah, no, basically the thing you have to understand about the social safety net in, I think, all the Nordic countries, but certainly in Sweden, is that most of it is harder to access if you're not already on the inside of it.
Right.
And this is particularly true of things like unemployment insurance, which obviously in most of the world, that is a form of benefits or welfare or whatever you want to call it that's paid out by the state.
Yeah. The dole, basically.
Yes, exactly. You go to an office, you fill out your UB40, which is not called that anymore, and also there are 1,000 more steps in the UK now than there were back then, obviously. But you go to an office, you meet whatever requirements, and then the government cuts you a check. And that's not how it works here, at least not by default. The normal way to get unemployment insurance in Sweden is by being a member of a trade union and applying to the trade union's unemployment fund. And these are a bit weird because they're heavily regulated by the state, and also, I believe, a lot of the funding comes from payroll taxes, just like it does in countries with normal benefit systems. And so a lot of the same social control stuff still applies. In order to get paid by your trade union, you have to get it approved by the unemployment office, and in order to do that, you have to meet certain requirements. But crucially, you also have to have been paying into the system, and you have to have been working.
Yeah.
If you have not been working, you will only receive whatever the minimum amount is, which is barely enough for one single person to scrape by.
Yeah.
And if you're not a member of a union funded, if you're not a member of a union and a connected unemployment fund, the way it works is, I think, quite similar to the Hartz-IV system in Germany. Basically, you apply to the local government where you live, and they make an assessment of your living expenses, and basically the decision about how much money to give you rests on how little money can we give you and have you not die. Like, literally, the term they use for it is like the minimum of existence.
Oof. Yeah, because like you've got, so a lot of Germans, for example, my experience of this, are a little bit ignorant of this, because if you are German, you grow up in Germany, this kind of thing, you can kind of go on the benefits nearly immediately because your parents have been paying into the system, so it's kind of considered okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is like the CDU social market economy thing, right?
Yeah.
Like the family has a key legal role in Germany in a way that it doesn't quite here.
Because then, yeah, like I knew that when I arrived in Germany, my first job, the company went under. I had to basically find a new job immediately, because it's something like 18 months that you have to be paying in before you can access any kind of like out of work benefits in Germany.
Oh, right, yeah.
I do remember there was one graph there was like one it was from the OECD. The data came from. I remember finding it in the Financial Times that I found very striking, which was the poverty rates of children under 16 measured across different countries. Yeah. Measured across different countries, but then split by whether their parents were native to the country, like were born also in the same country, or weren't. And to Germany's credit, Germany had the I believe the it had basically identical child poverty rates for whether you were born outside of the country or within the country.
Yeah, they just hate you for being poor. Yeah.
But then like the one that I found striking in particular was the Swedish one.
Yes.
Which had the highest percentage difference between the two.
Yeah.
Like, I think the next highest was Spain. If I'm reading, I've got the graph in front of me. 10% of children born to in native-born households are in poverty in Sweden.
Yeah.
Versus a 45% if your parents are born outside of the country.
Yeah.
Versus say like Germany's 10 versus 15%. No, sorry, like 12 versus 15%. France's 13 versus 36%. That's also pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. And I think we do, yeah. I mean, at least on a sort of pop cultural level, I think your sort of suburban migration background poverty, the vibes are kind of similar here to what they are in France. I don't know if the situations necessarily match up perfectly if you look at the statistics, but yeah.
This kind of like, I always got that impression of Malmo is probably the only place in Sweden I've been, but there was also this, there's discussion about like not going into like suburban parts of Malmo in the same way you would hear about like banlieues of Paris.
Yeah.
Which,
to be clear, a lot of that is overwrought, especially when you're talking about tourists. Like, there is violence in a lot of these areas, but the violence usually only involves members of specific groups.
Yeah.
As like just a person visiting or living in Sweden, you're not going to be targeted.
Yeah.
For the most part. Obviously, I'm not going to say it 100% never happens, but it is extremely rare.
Then I get to the question, which would be like, this is a big news story outside of Sweden. I have to assume that anything center-right political force or media is also talking about this, hand-wringing about crime, etc. What are the like solutions, if anything, that are being put forward by, say, off-Chris citizens? Yeah. Good, I'm assuming, right?
God, yeah, no. This is the political issue in Sweden right now. Bar none. It's the only thing people talk about.
That's also good when this kind of issue like sucks the air out of the room.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is declining a little bit the last couple of years just because it's so completely saturated. And studies have shown that the prevailing concern that most people have about politics currently is not actually crime. It's mostly to do with employment and healthcare.
Yeah, that's fair.
Crazy. That seems to be.
In theory, this would be a great place for the Social Democrats to steer the conversation back to the issues they theoretically like and which the people trust them to deliver on.
But fuck that. Let's be racist.
But yeah, no. They have decided that.
Yeah.
There's this bizarre current of like Starmerism on the Swedish center left currently, where apparently they've convinced themselves that despite being the traditional governing party of this country, the only way they're going to win an election is by out-touring the Tories.
Fun. Yeah, because that kind of sucks. It sucks enough in the UK, but you get it because it's like the default party of the UK is the Tories. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the average English voter is barely human.
Yeah. But like when it's the default party of Sweden is saying like, oh man, we need to get into government.
It's fucking
like,
baffling.
All you need to do is factory reset Sweden and you'll be in government again.
Yeah. Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?
That is upsetting that this is, but I guess.
But yeah, so the overwhelming response that, and I think it is also worth saying that going extremely tough on this issue is probably what won the current government the election in 2022, because they just kept making increasingly unhinged plans, and the then incumbent government was unable to match their freak.
Fair.
What I want in an election always is I want it just to be a freak off.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you're American. There are so many jokes I could make. But yeah, so they got into power by promising to crack down on the black and brown people. And that is what they have done, to their credit. Basically every month or so, there's some new completely insane legal proposal that they put forward. So the way that the legislative process works in Sweden is you have to, the government is obligated by law to seek advice from a number of bodies, notably including this group called the Legislation Council, which is basically a panel of, I think it's mostly sort of retired judges. And they do kind of a judicial review thing, basically, where they try to figure out, is this proposal in line with
like
established constitutional and legal precedents? Yeah. Because we don't have a constitutional court.
Sure.
Is the thing you have to remember. And so instead, these people are supposed to advise the government prior to making legislation in order to ensure that whatever law that gets passed meets the constitutionality requirements. So basically every time the government proposes some completely insane crackdown, they send it off to this group and they come back saying, what the fuck, are you insane? And then the government ignores them and does it anyway.
Oh, yeah. We have that in Ireland as well. But it's like, it's a citizens' assembly where we'll just come back like, hey, we're thinking about introducing abortion, kind of, maybe. And then the entire people will just go like, yeah, you should do it. It should be on demand. It should be forever. Everyone should get like a free abortion whenever they want. And they're just like, all right, well, let's put the brakes on that for a second. So okay, that seems good. I've noticed we're at time here. I'm just wondering, is there any like last little piece of information you want to leave us off with about like we can go back to talking about that one Thuringian king or whatever.
Yeah, no.
That was more fun.
My ancestors.
The phrase Thuringian king makes me picture a German version of the Sylvester Stallone show Tulsa King.
Yes. What is Thuringian if not the Tulsa of Germany?
Yeah.
If there's nothing else, then all that's left to say is, hey, go listen to Brödrafolkens Podd, and maybe I'm actually going to let Max say the name of that podcast correctly. But if you speak or understand Swedish and or Norwegian or Danish, go listen to that podcast.
Yeah, if if for some reason you only understand Danish, I don't think we would be much help.
Yeah, Danes, get the fuck out. You're not welcome.
I also think, basically, if you learn Danish, you kind of figure out Swedish and or Norwegian by default, because we are just Danish, but what if the words actually sounded like they're written?
Yeah, but it's audio. You don't need that.
Yeah.
But yeah, where can people find you and your podcast?
So the name of the show is Brödrafolkens Podd. You can find us under the name Brödrafolkens at various social media. And this is, if you were listening to an episode of our show, this is where my Norwegian colleague Grime would pop in and share mention some incredibly weird social media platform he's found that week, and mention that we can also be found there. But I don't have one of those. So I'm just going to say we can be found on the network for 10th century Ottonian dukes, Wiggernet.
Vega de Erste dot. Does Thuringian have a top level domain?
Let's hope not.
No, they don't. But you know what? You can make one.
I was going to say .th, but that's Thailand again.
There would be one wholesome website on that entire domain, and it would be the one for the Hartzer-Schmalzburbanen.
Yeah, everything else is just a Reichsbürger site.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's that and the latest updates from...
Oh, that's my claim to fame.
Something.
Yeah, Landolf Ladich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Björn Höcker's pseudonym.
You can legally call it a Nazi blog.
Yeah, you can. No, this is my claim to fame. I'm going to become a Reichsbürger, saying that then I am the true heir of Wigger the First.
Entering his Reichsbürger era.
Yeah.
I'm Vigga de
37th.
Yeah, it's like the Royce family, but instead of all being named Heinrich, they're all named Wigger.
Yeah, yo, I come from like a long line of Wiggers type shit.
Like that is the fate. That is the fate Germany deserves, which is like a Reichsbürger takeover happens, but it's
but it's just like it's a white boy from Thuringian trying to become a rapper.
Anyway, with that, we will catch you on the bonus feed. Ciao, ciao.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.